Alright, do have the tree out here. Stream is up, so we are ready to go. This is week 6 of minor league action. Tag Pro. We got Spikeology taking on Yachts and Thots. Two teams trying to get into one of the last remaining playoff spots in the Western Minors playoffs. So we'll take a look at the playoff picture right now. As it stands, Spikeology coming in at 6th place in the West, and they are at 7 points. And Yachts and Thots coming in at 5th place in the West as part of a 3-way tie for 3rd through 5th place at 15 points. As far as playoff implications go, we've got Spikeology able to be eliminated tonight, and we'll take a look at the standings in a second, because to be honest, I don't know if this is accurate at all. But pretty sure we've got Spikeology able to be eliminated with a win and at least an overtime win by either Tiers, BIG Money in the 7 Sports, or Yachts and Thots tonight. Any one of those outcomes would put Spikeology out of reach of a playoff spot, if I'm not mistaken. And just to double check that. So here we can take a look at the standings here. So Tiers, BIG Money, and Yachts and Thots in a 3-way tie. They're in for 3rd with 15 points, all standing at 5 and 5. And so a win and an overtime win for any of those 3 teams would give them a total of 19. Which, alright, so I guess it should be a sweep. If any of those teams get a sweep, it'll put Spikeology out of reach, as the most points they can get is 12 by the end of the season. And we see Boats and Holds there at 5th place. As I said before, I'm almost positive they cannot be eliminated tonight. Because even if Tiers or BIG Money sweep tonight, Boats and Holds still has a chance next week to earn a sweep themselves and still be tied. So either way, if it's right or not, it should be an exciting game. Just trying to get ready here in the group. Just waiting to see if get Spikeology in here yet. Take a look again at the playoff picture for those just joining. Got both these teams trying to fight for one of the last playoff spots remaining in the West. Spikeology with the possibility to get eliminated tonight. Yachts and Thots, I'm pretty sure no matter what happens tonight, they will not be eliminated. But I could be wrong. I have no idea. But to the best of my guess, it's like Spikeology should be able to be eliminated if they are swept tonight, or if a sweep by tiers or BIG Money in the 7 Sports happens, as they're at the bottom of the West with only 7 points, and as they're 8 points away from the next highest person. They'll need at least 12 points to be able to have a chance. Like we're almost ready to go here, so it looks like we'll have the usual lineup for boats and holds, barring any subs. I don't think they have any subs tonight, but it should be the usual pairing of Evan W and Mex on defense, with Costanza and Guts playing offense this week. Looks like Spikeology miners should have Trippy with Ajax on defense, with Ballstar and Sumpal on offense. Little dispute in chat here, as Sumpal is clearly trying to game the system, having played majors last night. He's in the group right now, but If Boats and Holds really wanted to get their Toxic in correctly, they'd know he only played 8 minutes last night. Doing very well for Spikeology Majors, coming in and nearly single-handedly beating Boats and Holds Majors. Fortunately for them though, they could not quite pull it out. But looks like we are about ready to go here. And we launched. Alright, so we'll start it off on cash here. With the Boats and Holds on red and Spikeology Miners on blue. The first grabs come from Spikeology, but they won't be able to quite get out. Guts trying to make something of the Spikeology defense, but he'll be returned. Got Guts with the first out now. He'll be past a few top. It's going to be up to Trip E, but Guts will get the first cap. Alright, so the power-up's coming up. That's a pretty good start for Yachts and Thots to be able to get the first cap without power-ups. Getting some offensive momentum going early on is definitely crucial on this map in particular. Guts is going to take the neutral boost, but doesn't hit it off the wall correctly, so he'll run into the bottom spikes there. Didn't necessarily have the angle to take it correctly though. Alright, so we'll have the first out for Spikeology here with Ajax with the flag. See if Sunball can do something with the regrab, but he will be returned. Boats and Holds doing a pretty good job so far of keeping the flag in base. See some good timing by Evan there with the bomb, and he'll be able to stay ahead with it. Spikeology reset though, and Sunball is going to be able to boost above for the equalizing cap. Just as power-ups come up again. It looks like both should be a defuse rolling. Stanza not quite able to get past the Spikeology contain. So I think we'll be reset in both bases. Yeah, timing the bomb, another crucial element of this map. Really takes away a lot of offensive tools for the offense. And Boats and Holds, both teams really doing a pretty good job so far of timing it well. Guts is going to have a grab, but ends up getting directed into the corner there. So Trippy gonna win out a Juke Juice, but Mex just barely wins a Tag Pro. He'll take it offense. Not the end of the world, as Spikeology are only gonna have one offense actually. So Evan should be able to at least contain him solo, and he will. Boats and Holds gonna be out with the lead now. A bit awkward though, but Guts still somehow stays alive. He's gonna get boosted though. They're gonna need the blocks, and they will get it. Bit of an awkward lead, but it works out for them. Just gotta take care of something real quick here. Alright, so that is Spikeology with the equalizer there. Unfortunately, I didn't see how it happened, but Costanza now coming in. Ballstar is going to be there, at least to slow him down. Costanza's going to have to make his way around the blocks now, and he will make his way right into the spike. That's going to be returns more or less by Costanza as power-ups coming up. And both will go to Spikeology here. Tycro on defense should be useful for them, but Guts is not quite going to be able to get out. Spikeology winning pretty big right now on pups and Ajax, trying to get the offense to come back to his tag throw. And Guts will listen to him. Gets the tag. Alright, so Ballstar gonna have a bomb, create some space, but doesn't get a grab out of it. And while they do have the tie, it's looked at times like Yachts and Thots offense not really working together to try and get blocks for each other. Just ends up being two separate individual grabs. But luckily for them, their defense has been locking it down pretty well. As power-ups come up, we'll see boats and holds do have the advantage in prevent. And pretty decent stat for hold against, only less than a minute and a half for Spikeology. And now Guts will have a chance here. It'll be past 2, but Trippy able to get ahead and let some Paul come in for the return. See if Costanza can wait long enough or stay alive long enough for his regrab to come. He will be able to stay alive with a nice corner boost. He'll be returned here though. And Guts will have to get past 2 again, which he does with a very nice boost. He's going to be past 2. Trippy's going to have to make a play, and he does. A good chance there though for Yachts and Thots. Has felt like they've had a bit more of the capping opportunities. A little more holds would favor that assumption. Looks like Mex is going to keep his tag pro on defense, as will Trippy. So they should end up kind of canceling each other out here. Not much happening with either. Paul is going to have the first grab. We'll have a block from Ballstar, but 3 on defense for Yachts and Thots is too much. Costanza now going to be passed. He will be returned. Paul with the anti will have the reset for Spikeology. Guts with another solo now. Ballstar will be returned though. They just need to wait for each other before grabbing. But Costanza will be able to get out. Guts ended up getting in his way though. Not quite able to get past. And now Tycro should go to each team here. We'll see both be taken on offense, but Mex again decides to solo grab. He will be past 2 though, luckily. But a Tycro and base for Spikeology should be able to kind of slow him down in his tracks. He will get the return, probably intentionally, but it doesn't end up working out for him. Wanted to be able to clear the base with his tag pro, but I don't even remember what happened though. Somehow it didn't end up working out. I'm going senile here. Too much streaming. Again, Boats and Holds defense doing a very good job this time around. Only still keeping it around like a minute and a half hold against. Meanwhile, they have over 8 minutes of prevent. And Mex will win out a power up. Rolling bomb again for the Spikeology power up. Feels like that's happened a lot. The defense hasn't really had much to work with power ups wise. Stanza going to be returned in base. Spikeology defense not doing too bad of a job themselves. Obviously not as much prevent, but not too bad of a hold against number as well. And that's probably what has kept Spikeology in this half, which should end in a 2-2 tie. Alright, so Bolts and Holds defense with a very convincing almost 10 minutes of prevent. Evan W with almost 5 minutes, that is insane. Alright, so the defense really locking it down there for Boats and Holds. And honestly, this half, like I was saying, it'll really be up to the offense to try and get some cohesion going. They had a few more opportunities in the early going of the half, but after a while they just really started solo grabbing almost every single time and didn't really get out much in the latter half of that half. Looks like we might get a sub here for Spikeology with Tyrant looking ready to hop in. Alright, so we're ready to go here with the second half. And we'll have Spikeology on red in the gray jerseys. Obviously Boats and Holds with the blue jerseys. It looks like we will see a switch with the Tyrant coming on offense for... Goddamn. How did I forget that already? Alright, well, he came in on offense anyway. Got Stanza here with the first out. Sunpaul should be out as well here, but Evan's gonna be able to slow him down with that boost, and it will be a kiss. Gut's gonna take kind of an awkward boost, but Trippy ends up getting baited into the boost. Sunpaul didn't stay ahead there, but the tag pro will come to each team as Bolts and Holds momentum was quelled there. Stanza gonna have another out though, still keeping the regrab train up. Tag pros will kiss. Evan should be able to clean up base, but Flag's not going to be in base in time. Guts now going to be out. Probably should have taken the top route, but he'll be returned in the bottom. Spikeology didn't have their team boost, but it still would have given Guts a lot more opportunity to work with here. But now Costanza's going to be passed, and that should be a cap. Spikeology had a little trouble getting reset there. It was a 2v1 chance, but Costanza was able to get out nonetheless. Now a nice boost block from Koos. Should get Guts out here. Had a little bit of space, but he will be returned. So now fight for power-ups in middle. Juke Juice will go to each team here on defense. Should be looking for the handoff, not quite gonna get it though. Stanza looking for another out here, but he'll have 3 Spikeology members to beat. So after those first few initial chances from Boats and Holds, it looks like Yachts and Thots have, or I'm sorry, from Spikeology. The Spikeology defense has looked a little bit stronger here, keeping it locked down. At least in this last couple minutes or so. See Boats and Holds defense off to another high amount of prevent for the time elapsed in the game. Looks like another power-up split here. But a Juke Juice on defense should be able to keep the flag and base for Spikeology. Now Guts is going to take a nice boost. He might have had a grab out there, but he will have the top boost nonetheless. We'll see if we can get the comms. A tough play. Now Mex should be past a couple again. Spikeology having trouble with that kind of solo reset play. Looks like they will have the flag back in base here. Have some pot with the bomb, he'll be returned though. Ajax looking to wait for power-ups. That's what the grab, his power-ups are coming up, and he will have space to work with, but Trippy makes a nice read. Looks like a power-up again will go to each team, and Tyrant finally gets the solo there. Good play from Spikeology to get the flag in base with the tag pro. See if Guts can't make a play, Tyrant gets another solo. Trippy just trying to do damage in base with his tag pro, but it looks like Boats and Holds a Leo to keep the flag in base. And this power-up round. Guts somehow gonna have the space to work with, and he will still be alive. Ajax gonna be able to stay ahead though. Let's see if Costanza goes for the solo here. He always goes for the solo. Guts will get there. A nice grab though, and will be passed. No, but he misses the boost. Classic Koos. Alright, so the Spikeology doing a good job there of keeping the flag in base. There's been a couple sequences in the last few minutes where that was pretty much a double out for Boats and Holds. Alright, so the Juke Juice on defense for Yachts and Thots and Mex. Should give some trouble to the Spikeology offense here. Some Paul just waiting for this bomb. Almost had the block from Tyrant. Oh, Costanza gets a nice handoff, but it'll boost into the spike. Kinda had a tough momentum there, but I think he should have been able to slow down. Nice defense again from Spikeology there, and Tyrant just missed the boost. He would have been past 4. Really starting to, well, I shouldn't say be in need, it's only a 1-cap game. But it just really feels like all the momentum has been in Yachts and Thots' favor so far. Alright, so Evan W looking for the solo here. Tyrant going to be able to boost, and Mex is in the right position. Spikeology keeping the flag in base though. Fortunately, they are not out of base themselves. I see a pretty high number of prevent already from boats and holds. Only about a minute shy of quote-unquote full prevent. Nice read by Evan there on the anti to keep Sunpaul from getting the regrab. Hand off, I should say. Next misses the solo. Sunpaul with a chance here as boats and holds are going for power-ups. Not quite able to get past Guts though. And it looks like this power-up round will go without anything important. Tyrant with some space to work with now. First real chance this half for Spikeology, but Evan will be able to get the return. Spikeology keeping the flag out of base now though. See if they can be patient enough. Boats and holds will get the return. And Costanza should be able to help his team get the reset here. But Tyrant's going to be passed. Guts with the boost will be able to get the return. Spikeology with more chances now on this regrab train though, which is crucial for them. With just about 2 minutes left to go. Guts is going to wait on that bomb, that boost, but Sunpaul not able to work it in yet. He's going to stay alive, but he will be returned, and now Trippy still has some space to work with. He'll have an outbot. He'll have the boost as well. Mex is going to be able to get out though. Good play from him. Now the flag is going to be back in base, but Mech's in danger of being returned here. He will be. And Ajax should have this tag pro to clear out base. Sunpaul's going to be passed, but blocked by his teammate. Ajax will be able to give him the space though, and this will be the equalizer for Spikeology. So after some good offense the past couple minutes, they get more chances and finally capitalize. So despite the overwhelming better defense for boats and holds, this game is still tied, and Tyrant is coming in, looking for the lead. He'll have the boost. Not quite going to be able to get past the defense though, and Mex with a good anti. See the Spikeology defense keeping up with the prevent here, but Costanza's going to get the cap. So lead goes back to Yachts and Thots again here. So both teams reset with power-ups coming up. These last round very critical, and Evan's gonna get a Duke Juice. Already doing very well keeping the flag in base. That should only help them. But Trippy, just as I say that, he's gonna be passed. They'll have to use this boost, and Evan comes clutch. Costanza and Mex both would have missed that top boost because they were kind of all over the place, hitting corners and whatnot. Costanza somehow gets a rub grab off Ajax, so he'll have the boost around. Ajax for some reason on solo D right now. I'm not really quite sure how that ended up being, but lets Costanza get out. And we should just see Costanza kind of try and hold here. But Trippy's going to have the boost. We'll see how Yachts and Thots play this out. Guts just needs to hold, and he will somehow. Oh, Trippy coming in though! What happened? I think Mex got return there. I saw the pop. Very close from Spikeology, but Yachts and Thots end up coming away with the win. Alright, so some really close games there. Spikeology literally like a pixel away from getting the tie in, but just not able to time it right. Defense really standing up there for boats and holds on cash, getting an insane amount of prevent both halves. But the defense for Spikeology keeping par a bit better anyways with boats and holds defense. And about halfway through that game, the offense for Spikeology just able to get enough momentum going to get the cap, but unfortunately for them that wouldn't be enough. So we'll see how both teams adjust here. Obviously a very different map now in Wormy. We'll see a lot more anti and a lot more predictable kind of routes with the flag. Much less space to work with. It was Ball Star, by the way, on offense. I remembered. But we will see Tyrant still in for Ball Star here on offense. And Guts is going to have the quick grab now. Guts and Costanza working very well together. And I should say, I didn't really talk about that last half, but they showed a lot more cooperation in that second half of Cash. But now, it's like they're already reverting back to the solo grabs. And the solo flacids. Luckily for them, their defense has been locking it down already. That's my point though, is Guts and Costanza in general have been doing pretty well for themselves as two defenders having to play offense for this Yachts and Thots team, who has been pretty short on offense most of the season. Looks like the power-ups will go to Spikeology here. Evan wins out a Juke Juice though, which should be crucial as Trippy's power-up is going to run out. Now Evan going to be left alone on offense though, and he plays it smart, does not solo grab with 3 Spikeology members in base. Now going to have a block from Costanza, going to make a move on Ajax, Sunpaul stays ahead. Evan going to look to come around here, baits out the corner boost from Trippy, he's still somehow going to be alive. Tall order though with 4 Spikeology members on OD. Costanza getting kind of forced back here, but he makes a nice move to get past 2. A bomb from Mex will give him some space, but the kiss will happen in base. Trippy looking to play anti here, but Guts still going to be passed nonetheless. Power-up's coming up here, and Guts will be able to pick up a rolling. Evan with the Tag Pro should be able to win out this bot pop as well, which he will do. So a Tag Pro and a rolling go to Boats and Holds. So far nothing coming out of it though, as Evan will look to go back and play anti here. Costanza gonna have to get past the contain of Spikeology though. Boats and Holds should have this reset with the contain. Tyrant able to get out though, nice move. And it will be past 3. Max almost spiked himself, but he will be able to hold long enough. Just trying to work his way around Sunpaul now, not quite going to be able to do so. Guts with some space to work with though. Have to make a choice on this boost. And Trippy makes the read. I've got power-ups coming up again. Trippy now should be able to take bot with that Tag Pro, but he lets Guts get one now instead. Gonna just look to clear out base here with his Tag Pro. But Mex will be past 3 now. Ajax gonna get return, that's gonna be the cat. See if he boats it, no. OBN from Mex there. Trippy going to allow Boats and Holds to get the reset now. And we'll see if this starts something for Yachts and Thots, but Ajax able to close it down. Yeah, it really has seemed like once Costanza and Guts actually start working together, it's been pretty much out at will for them. As Costanza will be passed, he'll have a snake boost and takes the right play, kind of taking it to the left there. The cap just wasn't there for him. Got power-ups coming up now. Sunpaul going to take advantage, and he will be past 3. Guts is going to have to hold, which he does. And now he'll be passed, but Ajax should get a tag pro. No, Trippy will get it. But Guts will have the bomb for the cap. Spikeology just taking too long to get to base there for the OD. Trippy now going to look to do some damage with his tag pro, what remains of it. But it looks like it will run out before he'll be able to do anything. Mech's still off the flag, but Costanza not being chased at all. Spikeology looking a little disjointed here. And the flag will be in base, but Trippy gets the snipe long range. And now Spikeology looking to get reset here. Mech's going to be able to get the kiss. That still looks good for Spikeology though. They've got a lot of members in base. Ajax is going to be past 2, and they will be reset here as he comes in. 2v2 blocks. Evan misses the read, but they still are ahead. I don't know if Ajax could have gone around there being more aggressive on the read, but who's to say? Now Tyrant with a Superman, I believe? No, just the juice rolling. And Costanza should be able to... Oh, misses the defuse. Tyrant's still going to get defused though. Makes a nice move on Mex, but the contain will be there. Evan gets aggressive, and that will be the reset for Yachts and Thots. Costanza looking for some space now. Mex gets aggressive, doesn't quite get the block though. Got still with some space though. You do see a slight hold advantage to Yachts and Thots. It seems like they've had a lot more opportunities to actually bring it into base. Or I should say they've just had a few more regrab chains, which have made it feel like more capping opportunities. But Spikeology have had a good few chances themselves. It's like Ajax should win the second power up now for Spikeology, and we'll see how Boats and Holds reacts now, having to neutralize 2 of them. Ajax still working his way in. They're going to backtrack though. Maybe not the smartest play. Sunpaul will want to just be in base here. They have the advantage with the power-ups to get the return, but now Evan's going to have him pinned down in bot. And Sunpaul should still be able to work his way past. Guts is going to have to stay alive. Almost spikes himself. But neither team will get a cap out of it. Now Trippy looking to be out here past 2. It will be past 3, but he delays again. Was looking for the mid pup. Ajax should be able to win 2 out of the 3 here. Sunpaul was never really going to get that with Evan threatening. But all 3 power-ups go to Spikeology. This should work itself out for a cap if they can play it right. But it looks like no one's going to be chasing Mex again, as Trippy was looking to get the kill in mid. Sunpaul, I believe it was playing anti. So the power-ups go unsuccessful again for Spikeology here. Mech's going to be returned. We'll see if he is able to play anti here. Sands is going to be out. See if Boats and Holds can get this reset. They are threatening, but Tyrant makes a nice move to get some space. Guts going to spike himself, keeping him alive. See if Sunpaul gets his power up. Spikeology doing very well in numbers on power ups, but not in the use of them. Mex might have let Evan get that rolling, but he'll have regrab anyway. And Evan will get the kiss successfully. Mex has a chance here to be past 3. He will be. Sunpaul going to be blocked out. Oh, but Mex unable to bounce off his defense for the cap. Sunpaul gets the return. Trippy now looking to get this hand off, try and get some momentum here with a cap for Spikeology, but he'll be returned. Seems like Spikeology just haven't really been able to get themselves set up well when they've had the chances. Now Evan's still going to have the flag. Takes a nice boost off the corner, going to get bumped by his teammate, and he will be returned. And so barring any last second caps here, it should... Costanza will be out though. He'll have the blocks, good comms there, but Tyrant did have the angle. Looks like he knew he had to kind of cut it under here, and Tyrant's now going to be passed. Will be pushed in, and that'll be the first cap for Spikeology. Just narrowly edging out the Bosun holds OD there. And now Sunpaw with another chance, he'll be able to work his way around. He's something of 2v2 blocks here, but not enough time. Much more even numbers there in hold and prevent for these teams. Alright, so again, a really close game there that first half. And in terms of feel of the game too, much closer than we saw in Cash. Spikeology doing a bit better job of holding their own, both offensively and defensively. Tyrant looking to come in now. Almost had the corner on next there. Got power-ups coming up though, with 2 going to Spikeology. Guts will be out though. Power-ups right on his tail though, and a kiss should be an advantage now for Spikeology to get out, but Mex has the return. Evan with a rolling bomb is going to be working his way in. And oh, the boost from Guts ends up helping Ajax get the tag. Tyrant coming in though. Makes a nice move on Costanza and will still be past 2. Ajax has the block. Mex almost makes the play, but will still be returned. Both teams going to be reset here though, as the game is tied now on aggregate. Now Guts with a nice handoff. See if Evan can make a play here. He does, but Ajax also gets a snipe. See Guts with a nice avoid there. The tag pro leads Sunpaw right to the grab. One of these guys has got to go for the return, but instead Ajax had the handoff there. Luckily Guts was out in mid. Now Trippy gonna get boosted back by his teammates. Still alive though. It's a nice move to the block. The Stanza does get the return though. And it looks like Spikeology should be reset here. Sunpaw trying to get out, almost had a corner on Max. Stands again with the solo grab. Alright, Guts with a nice move now. Almost had the out around Tyrant, not quite able to get it though. Alright, Sunpaw gonna be passed now. Kiss will kind of stop that momentum though, as both teams should be reset out of this. Evan gets a nice block from Mex. Kind of a questionable decision there even to go near the bomb. Would have killed his teammate, and instead he spiked himself. Alright, Sunpaw though gonna be past a couple here. We'll have the snake boost, but instead he'll hold off the pups. Evan does a nice job to get a tag pro, and he will win out the rolling. Tyrant with the lone power up for Spikeology, and he'll be able to get a return. Now looking to help Sunpaw get in here. It'll be 2v1 blocks on the tag pro. Evan able to make the play though. And now Boats and Holds will be reset. It's about to be a 1-cap lead now for Boats and Holds. So Guts going to be returned. Should be a reset now for both teams as they go for power-ups. Alright, so now Tyrant should have the out here with a tag pro lead. Not going to quite have the lead, but he'll still be out. And now he should have the lead. Return comes, but oh, and that'll be a cap. I didn't quite really got confused. Wasn't really watching Tyrant, but they will be able to get the equalizer again. Game tied in another tight game. Low scoring, all these halves. Stanza with a nice boost, almost gets past Trippy with it as well. Now Guts gonna have a nice move, gonna be working his way out. Just waiting for a block here. And he'll have the boosts. We passed a few. Somehow still alive, Ajax finally gets the return. Stanza will still have some space to work with though, but he delays for power-ups. And Tyrant now going to win one of the three. Sunpaw gets the other, and Trippy gets the third. 2 jukes and a tag pro now should be able to get some momentum going for Spikeology. Although it has been kind of a story, being a little inefficient with power-ups. Ajax going to be returned. Evan now with the first chance in a while for Boats and Holds here. They ends up spiking himself though. I was going to say they would be. Boats and Holds have not played anti enough. Check the hold in a minute, but it feels like, and now we finally get it from Evan. Feels like Spikeology have been holding for a lot this half, and that's led to a lot more chances, and they resulting in a tie. Yeah, we see Spikeology winning out and hold just by a little bit. See See if Boats and Holds can challenge these pups a bit better this half. They will not be able to do so, and Spikeology will sweep them again. Most likely only one being in play though. No, Tyrant will still have the rolling bomb undefused, and he'll be able to get out with it. And now he'll have a chance to be past fuse. This is looking very good for Spikeology if they can play it right, which they will. No, Tyrant gets bombed away. Still with the tag throw though in base, and that will still not be a cap. Costanza getting out. A good chance, and to be honest, more of a bad situation. But now Boats and Holds has a chance, and that will... No! Costanza boated it! What an idiot. He will have a nice bomb though to get Ajax, but he'll be killed by himself. And now Trippy's gonna be out. Boats and Holds should be up right now. Now they finally get the block, and that should be the lead, but God spikes himself. They're actually trying to throw. Now Evan gonna be past a few of the chances. All Boats and Holds right now. Surely they get a cap somehow. But Evan will be returned. Power-up's going to Costanza here though, but Ajax is gonna be passed. Costanza able to catch up. Jesus. Boats and Holds with all the chances in the world here, somehow still in a tie. Trippy gonna spike himself. Gut's not gonna really have the opportunity to get out here though. And now we'll see Costanza's solo grab again. Somehow it works out for him though. He will be passed. And makes a nice move on Trippy, not going to be able to get past Ajax though. And now Sunpaw with the opportunity here, but Mex is able to stay ahead. And Sunpaw hoping for a lucky boost, or it wasn't Sunpaw, the Tyrant. Hoping for a lucky boost. Juju's going to each team here. Sunpaw with the out, going to be past one. Guts should be able to get out here though, he will. We gotta see either team play anti here if they want to cap, and Evan will get it done. Sunball just needs to be returned now. Both teams really playing anti now, and it looks like Spikeology will get it. Costanza gets the kiss. This is going overtime. I gotta fucking stream another game. Tyrant though, gonna be past 3 now. Has the boost! Oh my god, what a lucky cat. Oh my god, really lucky. So I kind of lagged out there. I don't even know how he got past all the defenders. Now Trippy gonna be past as well. That was a very nice boost there. And Guts! Don't tell me he gets this. Pretty crazy ending there. But Spikeology, more importantly, they avoid the sweep, and if my math is correct, avoid elimination from playoffs. So that win ends up being very big for them. Most importantly though, I avoid having to do an overtime. Alright, so that'll do it for me for this game. I'll just take a quick break and then we'll be back with the BIG Money and Red Hot Chili Poppers game. But really tight ones here from Spikeology and Yachts and Thots end up coming out with a sweep in near identical games. I'm sorry, the split on the sweep. So we'll see you in a couple minutes with the next game.